Hi, I'm Ali Ashpitel. I'm Head of Sustainability for the Mercedes-AMG Petronas Formula One team, and I've been with the team about a year and a half now.
What does it mean that a facility like this needs to be sustainable?
So for us, it's really important that the facility reflects our ambition to become the world's most sustainable professional sports team. And so having a facility that embeds sustainability across everything that it does, from lower emissions to reducing the resources that we use, means that everybody here is engaged and involved in our vision.
So tell me about the changes around the factory that will make the factory more sustainable.
So it's a really exciting time for us. So we're going to be looking at building 2 new buildings, and those buildings are going to be net zero from day one in operation. So they're going to have much lower emissions, and they're also going to be powered by 100% renewable energy. Some of that will be generated on-site through on-site solar power, and some of that will also come from off-site sources. So we'll really be kind of embedding emissions reductions in those buildings. But we'll also look at things like reducing the amount of water in every building that we use. So we're targeting a 50% reduction per person per day in water consumption, which is pretty massive.
Whoa.
And we're also looking at increasing the amount of waste that we recycle to up to 60%.
So how do you plan to achieve that? That's an ambitious goal.
So we'll be looking at using some of the latest technologies. So that will be things like more efficient sanitary fittings across the buildings, but also looking at measuring and monitoring and embedding behaviour changes, so encouraging people to make more sustainable decisions.
So is it more about how people behave, or is it the technology you can use?
It's a little bit of
But
both.
also our habits. It's,
Yes,
you know.
exactly. So it is a little bit of both. So there's definitely some exciting technologies that we can use. We're already looking at some smart metering and some AI-enabled technology that will really help kind of the energy side of the buildings and start to allow people to understand what they're using, when they're using, and how they can start to, kind of optimize their behaviors there. And then it is also, as you say, some small behavior changes which we're really looking to encourage and embed.
So you're a role model in that respect. So what do you do in your daily life?
That's a
What
good
can we do?
question. So one of the things that we rolled out because we felt was really important is, and it sounds like a small thing, but it's actually a very big thing. So reusable bottles and reusable cups for everybody across the building. So now whenever you make a coffee, or whenever you fill up your drinks, you're reducing the amount of cups you use, and that's going to have a substantial saving. So when you actually lined up all of the cups that we were using before we introduced these, they would equate to a lap around Silverstone. So by reducing that, that's a really significant thing we can do straight away.
FIA is really concerned about sustainability and giving stars to factories. Can you tell me about the process? How do you earn the stars from FIA?
Yes. So we're really pleased to have retained our FIA 3-star, which is the highest level of environmental certification. It's a complex process that basically involves you looking at how you embed sustainability across everything you do at the factory. So looking at how you manage your resources, looking at how you travel, looking at how you protect the environment as well. So as you'll see here, we have a lovely green site, and so it's really important that we do things like protect the water courses. We have some very technical processes that happen here, and so it's all about how you make sure that the chemicals that you use are well protected and things like that, so that it's kind of this very holistic look at sustainability, and it requires you to be able to evidence that and kind of demonstrate that you're continually improving as well. So you don't just achieve it and stand still, it's always about how can we be better and continue to move forward.
So how does it look like, the cooperation with FIA? Do they come here, or is there a 1,000 pages report you need to prepare for them? How does it work?
So we already hold an environmental management system which is certified by ISO 14001, which means that we're on what's called a fast track scheme. So we can go a little bit faster because that's audited already, and we have somebody come to site and, as you say, walk around and check all of our processes and check we're doing everything correctly. And so with the FIA, because of that, they use that as part of our evidence and then use a document-based submission.
How many people work with you?
Within our team?
Yeah.
So there's 4 of us within the sustainability team here.
Okay. One could say that it will be difficult to convince motorsport people, petrol heads, to to go towards this direction. Is that the case, or?
It's not something I found. I think it's been really refreshing to come here and see how engaged everybody is on sustainability. I think in some way it touches everybody's life here at the factory and also out on track. And so there's a real drive and ambition because everyone loves a challenge. This is a team of problem solvers. And so getting the challenge to go further, faster, but in a more sustainable way is actually something that drives everybody.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So you want all these cars gone?
We'll have a lovely new parking deck. Be lovely and green here, full of biodiversity.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.